Hi, everyone. And this call is probably overdue by a day or two, but I'd like to just give you the context and happy to speak to you guys as many times as you need and wherever you need. But I just wanted to start by saying that this call really is to acknowledge the fact that the situation today is that Technicolor India is clearly financially and operationally not moving forward. And we've reached a stage where unfortunately we've been unable to function as an organization. So I want to express the gravity of the situation and the distress that it has caused all of us. For some of us, it's probably a first time, but certain things are out of control, and I'm going to explain and to talk about that, and we just need to accept that. The India leadership team was brought to this stage of finality alongside all of you. We were not privy to the situation that we will receive a mail out of the blue saying that Paris has gone into receivership or liquidation or whatever it is. And I myself have been in touch with many of our global leaders, many of the people that run our brands in other parts of the world, and they were equally unaware of the suddenness of this particular event, which came to them as it did to us without advance notice or warning. In India, as a lot of you or most of you know, we operate as a kind of a global delivery center. In India, there are 2,000 other, they call it GCCs. But as far as we are concerned, we're the production hub. And what does that mean? It means that finance, accounting, payables, technology, HR, and all the functions that are basically the backbone of the organization are driven centrally out of our headquarters in France. Our responsibility as Technicolor India is limited to the delivery of production to all our global sites. Most of you or all of you would know that we only work for our global sites. They are our customers. They deal with the clients all over the world, and we deliver to them. We invoice them. They pay us. That's the model that has been there for more than 15 years. The businesses are managed by the presidents of each brand, and the headquarters manage all of the other corporate functions. While we have been working with corporate to release monies, with several reminders in the last few months, the organization, I think, is now pleading that in the current circumstances, they do not have funds to send to Technicolor India. And unless headquarters gives us these funds, we would not be able to release this to pay salaries or all the other dues, which are quite significant across the company in India. That, unfortunately, is our current position. It is really unfortunate that this has happened to what I would consider the best-in-class studio with the best-in-class talent, with the best-in-class track record that I think is acknowledged by the whole industry globally and locally. The Technicolor Group India leadership has also got to know of this when we received Caroline Parrot's mail that morning. We have been all impacted by this at the same time as everyone else on this call. There is nobody else, there is nobody in this country that has an advantage over any other person. While we have been evaluating options, I have been working with the management team day and night for the last few days, looking at different ways by which we need to move forward. I would like to just say that currently, no business opportunity for some other folks to help us has currently materialized. The office premises are inoperative due to the lack of staff to look after them, electricity and air conditioning, and hence we made the request for all of us to work at home while we are discussing with the landlord the basis on which we will continue to operate in these spaces due to lack of funds. We are also working on several other operational matters simultaneously, and we will do our best to make things as smooth as possible in the current circumstances. So one of the things that really we are obsessed with right now is that you will need additional documentation as you want to look at the next steps in your career, in your financial commitments. You have EMIs, you have rentals, you have many, many things. All of us have many commitments that we have, which are salary dependent. And therefore, we are asking and taking the following steps. We have asked HR to prepare and share documents that will acknowledge your experience, your position or role, your tenure and service, how long you've been with the company, and your compensation. And this is essential for you in order to take the next steps in whichever direction that each of us will head. We also acknowledge that Technicolor India will be unable to pay salaries any further based on the fact that we have not received remittance for this, which usually comes 1 or 2 days before the salary payment. Therefore, on the immediate salary of February 2025, I can confirm to you that we have not received funds despite all requests to the corporate team, and hence will not be paying the salaries for February, as we have always done for all the time that we have been in this company. For those with work for home kits, IT and admin will publish a plan of how and where you should submit this. Your medical and other insurance benefits will remain valid till the 1st of July, as the policies are paid until then and they are in your name. If you have not, please go on mute, those who are not on mute. If you have not collected your personal belongings yet, please await a communication to you from the facilities team that will make plans for you to come to your particular floor, on a particular date, maybe in the next day or Monday or whichever date that they are able to open floor by floor by floor. And please do collect your personal belongings at that point of time. So await that email, which we'll have sent out hopefully by today or tomorrow. I am also given to understand that some of you are contemplating voluntary legal action. While we are free to do so, I am not going to advise you for or against taking such an action. And I leave it to your own best decision to take whatever well thought out steps that you deem fit. But I want to emphasize that we are with you in the trauma that you are experiencing currently. We are in talks to make certain solutions happen. And I think we will keep you posted every 2 or 3 days as required. I'm looking for several meetings and discussions with our HQ and all other leaders globally, and trying to find solutions for parts of the team, all of the team, and any interested parties. And there are many clients and there are many relationships, and many of you have them all over the world. These relationships will be driven away if you, the team, are not together, and we as a team are not together. And therefore, while I'm prepared to meet you early next week to have a constructive set of discussions and options for many of you based on our own efforts to find resources, any drastic action from you in this period will send those folks away from the solutions to this company. I want to acknowledge that all of you are our India company at large. You guys have been fantastic in your quality, in your delivery. It's been amazing and award-winning through every facet, every team, every brand, every year. Everything has been outstanding. And therefore, you and this company are the sought-after company and the sought-after team in this industry. I want to tell you that I am being visited and talked to by leaders and heads of studios all across the country. And by Monday and Tuesday, more than 15 to 20 of them would have met us personally to see how we can help. Technicolor India is one of the flagships of the Indian AVGC industry. Our problem creates a problem for the industry and for India. And it is really important, while they are coming to our, coming to put their heads together, and all of us put our heads together to see options and solutions and jobs and continuation if possible, but I don't want to hold out any hope until that is done. So how we act, what we do in this period will determine to some extent the future of those conversations. As your leader in India and the management team that we have, I sincerely apologize to you for the pain that we are all facing. I cannot be financially responsible, but morally, ethically, and as your leader, I have always been responsible. And I will meet you. This conversation has been pending. You've been asking people what is happening to our salaries, what is happening to our future, when can we come back to work? And therefore, we had to wait until we knew that the remittance was not coming into India for the salaries or for any other purpose. And therefore, I waited until today to have this conversation with you. I hope you will take this conversation in the spirit and the sincerity and the transparency in which it is intended. And we are being looked at by everyone. Let's be together through these dark times and hopefully find something that all of us will continue to do as we shine in our craft, in our talent, in our behaviors, and in the brands that we have built for not only the company that unfortunately is stuck, but for ourselves. Thank you very much for this opportunity. I'm happy to actually organize a meeting where in person we can sit together or stand together and have conversations as required at any time. Thank you very much.